Hello kids, it's Mrs. Janie. We're going to start a new art project today, and we're going to work specifically with color. So you're looking at my color wheel right now. Let's take a look here. Got my artist toolkit here with me. See? And on our list of tools in the toolkit, color is one of our elements of art. So that's what we're going to be working with specifically today. And we're going to look at the temperature of color. Now you might think that sounds funny, but colors do have a temperature. And I'm not talking about like a fever when we get sick. I'm talking about a temperature like it makes us think of things that are warmer or cooler. Or it makes, when we look at it, we can almost feel how warm or cool that area might be. So, let's think about our colors on the wheel. If you're thinking about flames or the sun, things that are hot, what colors do you think about? Well, if you're going to paint or draw flames on something, you're probably going to use colors like your red and your orange and your yellow and anything in between there, right? But let's say you're going to paint a snow scene. What colors do you think you might use there? Well, you'll probably be using some blues, maybe a little green. Okay, maybe some purple in with your white for your snow. So that's what I mean by colors having a temperature. Half of our color wheel is naturally divided into warm and cool colors. Okay, so let's take a look at what that might look like in a picture. So I've done this example. Okay. So I've colored this same simple landscape drawing in warm colors and in cool colors. So you can see I have oranges and yellows and pinks all in this half of my picture. And that almost reminds us of a desert, doesn't it? A place that's hot and dry. Those colors together remind us of something like that. But then if you look at this side, with the light greens and the purples and the blues, you can almost feel that this area, this picture, feels cooler, almost like a springtime, than this picture here, just because of the color that's used. Isn't that interesting? You can change the whole look or feel of a picture just by the colors that you use. Now we're going to show that in one picture. You're going to get a copy of a circle printed on a piece of paper. Now we're going to turn this into the moon and the sun. So you're going to take your pencil. Let me find my pencil. I think I've got one here. Yep. And let's divide our circle up so that it looks like a moon and a sun. So, right through here would be my middle. I'm going to start at the top and the bottom and draw my halfway mark like this. So you go ahead and do that. Now, we're going to draw our moon on this side and our sun on this side. So we're going to curve out almost like making the letter C to the middle there. Now I'm going to do it again. Another letter C starting here where I left the last one and curve around and touch that spot at the bottom where I divided my page in half. Okay, now it's starting to look a little bit like a moon here, right? So I'm going to give my moon and my sun an eye. So this will be my pupil, and then the colored area of the eye there. You can draw your eyes any way you like. They don't have to be exactly like mine. And I want my moon and my sun to be happy. Now, as the seasons start to change, like they're doing now, the days seem pretty warm and comfortable, and we can still wear our short sleeve shirts outside without jackets, but then at night it starts to get really cold. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to make cool nights and warm days in one picture. But we want to add a little more interest to our picture. So let's add some rays coming out, you know, those beams of light that shine out from our sun and from our moon. And you can do as many as you like. You can make them as wide or as thin as you want. Okay, now we're going to add something called texture, which means we're going to put some designs in some of these to make them more interesting. And I would suggest using what we call Zentangles. Now, Zentangles are just simple designs. I'll show you a picture. If you're in class, I'll give you a copy of this. And see, they're just patterns that are repeated over and over again. This one's a simple triangle. They just repeat in that little section there. Here they drew lines to make it look like puzzle pieces. Cattails. They did a weaving here. There's a basket weave. This is just rectangles drawn in different directions together. You can do any of these designs, or you can make up your own. So for example, very simple. I could do a zigzag pattern in this ray, and all I've got to do is take my design and repeat it throughout the entire section. I'm going to skip one, leave one open, and I'm going to do another pattern here. So maybe I'm going to do polka dots, but I'm going to do them different sizes. Maybe some of them are going outside of my area, kind of like they're coming and going, they just keep on. So, you're going to continue to do that. You can fill in as many of your areas on your page as you want with your patterns. Then you're going to color. Remember, we're coloring the days as warm and our nights as cool. So let me show you a finished one. This is one I completed already. This is what you're going for in our warm days and cool nights project. I want you to show me that you understand the difference between warm colors and cool colors in how you color this. So your sun side should be reds, oranges, yellows, pinks, red violets, which are purples that look more pink or more reddish. Even the sun and the eye in the sun is colored in warm colors. Then our nighttime, look at all the cool colors. The greens, the purples, the blues. I've even added silver in here, or a gray. So I've got those cool colors on this half. Pretty neat, huh? Now you notice I did my patterns a little differently in my nighttime. You can be artistic and change that if you want to. You don't have to do all of the rays all the way around like I did in this one. But that way you can see that there are options on how you can change this picture and kind of make it your own. I hope you enjoy this project. I can't wait to see what you do with them and how they turn out. I know they're going to be great. Happy art making.